Up next, we're going to talk to 3A Mespy winner for Boys Basketball Player of the Year, Alex Stell from Waterloo High School, and he's joined by his coach, Allan Seidle. But first, I got to talk about Keller Williams Marquee. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Metro East on the Illinois or the Missouri side, please give our partners at Keller Williams Marquee, Jeb and Ginger Blasingame, the chance to serve you. They have offices in O'Fallon and Edwardsville with more than 165 agents. The Blasingames are a family-owned business that has helped over 11,000 families find just the right home. The Lipes are one of those families. Jeb and Ginger sold our house quickly because they're experts at staging and pricing, and they helped us find the perfect home, and they can do the same for you. No wonder they've been ranked in the top 10 real estate teams in North America. Give Jeb and Ginger Blasingame a call at 618-578-9276 or check them out online at blasinggamegroup.com. You will not be disappointed. All right. Welcome to the show. Alex Stell, good to see you again.
Oh, thanks for having us.
I had to really look up to you. How tall are you?
Probably good 6'11" with shoes on.
So you're almost 7 feet tall.
Yeah, almost.
Good for you. Are you sick of people asking you how tall you are?
Gets a little tiresome.
But it sorry. I apologize. But if you're going to talk about your basketball prowess, people are going to ask you. Yeah. That's just part of it. Like, people are going to know how tall you are. Like, no one's going to ask me how tall I am. Nobody cares. But with you, it matters. So forgive me for asking. All right, Coach Seidle, welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Yes, good to see you. Thanks for having us on. We appreciate it.
Thanks for making the drive from Waterloo.
We enjoyed it. It was a good drive.
No, you didn't. You got stuck in traffic, Allan. We're going to tell the truth on the Metro East Sports Podcast.
We did get stuck in traffic, but it was definitely well worth it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the effort. I know it's a long drive, so thanks for coming. Okay, Alex, third team All-State, Mespy winner for the Player of the Year. You were the only All-State 3A basketball player, according to the website that I got onto the IBCA All-State website. You had a heck of a year. You led the Bulldogs in nearly every category, including averaging 21 points a game. How would you describe your season?
I think coming off of junior year, there was a lot of questions about how we were going to be our senior year, but I think overall it was a great year, and everybody stepped up, had a great year.
I appreciate the fact that I ask you about yourself and you answer from the team perspective. So that tells me you're a team player, which I already knew you were because I had you on the show before. But how would you describe your year personally?
I think personally, I had a way better year than I was expecting. Getting double teamed every game. I think it's hard to put up the numbers, but when we were surrounded by a bunch of shooters this year, so it was hard for everyone to come in and then get my own. So.
But you felt like every night teams, like, they knew about you and they were double teaming you.
Yeah, pretty much every night.
Okay, let's swing it over to the coach now. Coach, the kid's modest. He's going to put the team first. He's talking about the team. How would you describe his senior season at Waterloo High School?
One for the record books. I mean, one of the best seasons Waterloo's seen from a point standpoint, assists, rebounds. Most dominant player on the court every single night. We expected a ton from him. He showed up every single day. His teammates believed in him. He believed in his teammates, and we had a really good year for Waterloo basketball.
What games stand out to you? Best game?
Columbia Freeburg Tournament Championship, by far.
What happened?
We won the championship for the first time in school history. Beat a Columbia team that had a lot of hype coming into the year. So.
Was that the 52-37 victory on December 29th?
Yep.
What do you remember most about that game?
The atmosphere, the crowd, it was electric.
People went nuts.
Yeah.
And the Eagles were all over you. They were sending the whole team to jump on your back, but it didn't matter. You were like a bull. Coach, what do you remember about that game?
I remember the high points of obviously winning it, but we had a couple big-time plays, big-time dunks by Stell and another Max Oswald senior, and just being on the court and seeing their joy, the excitement for one another was by far the best and something I'll always remember.
Personally, I think a triple is the most exciting thing in sports. I love to see. I'm always a fan of the triple. It revs me up. Or a good hockey goal, right?
Yep.
But I think most people, man, they get excited by a dunk. People get crowds get really excited by a dunk. Agree?
Yeah.
Tell me some of your favorite dunks this year. Were there a couple that you're like, oh, yeah, there was this one
I think in the Columbia game, I think it was into the third quarter, my teammate Griffin Stork tipped the free throw rebound straight to me, and then one dribble dunk in the quarter, and then all the momentum was ours from there and just kept going.
How about the student section? They got any special chants for you? Stell dog? Come on, that'd have been mine. It ties in with the Bulldog theme. Nothing?
Not really anything special, but
Really?
they were good all year.
They got to be huge behind your back, man.
Yeah.
They got to know they're watching something special, right, Coach?
Yeah, they did. And we had a good student section all year. They traveled well with us. It was just a ton of excitement anywhere we went.
Okay, 21 points a game, but you were also averaging 13 rebounds a game. So you're putting up points and you're leading the team in field goal percentage at 62%. So you're not taking a lot of 3-point shots. You're doing most of your damage in the paint. How would you describe your game?
I think I didn't shoot as many threes as I probably should have, but I think the way I was dominated in the paint, there was really no need for me to this year. But I think they still had to respect me from the 3-point line, which made it harder to guard me, really.
What are you thinking? He's getting ready to pull up outside of 3-point range. Are you like, okay?
Oh,
he's got it.
He's got the green light, and he knows that
All the time.
He's an inside-outside player. Now, obviously, he doesn't shoot a lot of threes just because of his size and how dominant he can be down low. But there's times where he made 2 or 3 threes a game. There's times where teams would play off him, and he always had the green light to shoot the three.
I've seen a few highlights on Max Preps. I know how I would describe his game. How would you describe it?
I would say he's a player that can do everything on the court. He makes everyone around him better. I always tell Alex, throughout the years of coaching him, I said, you want to be a guy that you get recognized, obviously, from seeing, how tall you are, but you're not just a tall guy on the court. And that's what he is. He's a true basketball player. He's a very good passer, can shoot the ball, very good touch, knows the game extremely well. He's got a mind, of what every coach wants. I could call play his senior year that we ran his freshman year, and he would remember that play. So he's just extremely skilled at every aspect of the game.
You love the game?
Of course.
That's not obvious. Not everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
Yeah.
Still love it.
Yep.
Well, we go early in the mornings now with the new group we have, 6:30 in the mornings. We'll start shooting and everything. And he's there every morning still shooting on the gun by himself, just getting reps in.
What does that mean on the gun?
On the shooting gun.
What's that mean?
Passes for you.
Oh.
He makes, it counts your makes, your shots.
Oh, it keeps track of it too.
Yep. Yeah, so you can get 1,000 shots up, within an hour. It's pretty nice.
And like it's got a funnel basket
Yep.
and brings the ball to you.
Yeah. So he lives on it. We've got other players live on it. But when you have a player like Stell, and we have other returning players, former players too that return that are playing in college too, it just gives the players, I think, a good aspect of what they need to be doing themselves right now, but then also where it can lead them to as well.
It's been 4 years for you in Bulldog country down there for Waterloo. What are you going to miss next year? What's the next step for you?
Well, next year I'm going to University of Illinois Springfield to play, but I think really going to miss just playing in front of my friends and all my family that can't travel to see every game now, and just
short drive to Springfield.
Not too far, but the atmosphere, the home game, there's just nothing like it, really.
Any ideas what you want to study?
Majoring in business administration, but not really sure what I want to do with that.
Did fans ever yell mean things at you?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear it?
I heard it. I just tried best to block it out.
What's the best thing you ever heard? Can you say? Did you ever hear anything that made you laugh?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you ever acknowledge that? Do you ever look at somebody and say, hey, you know what? That was pretty funny.
Depends on score, really.
Yeah.
If it's a close game, I don't pay attention. But
right.
If we're up a lot or
Good for you.
down a lot,
of course,
I'll buy into it.
Okay. Anything funny you heard that you can remember?
there's a lot of, I don't know about me personally, but there's been a lot of like who's your barber stuff against
What?
me or some of my teammates. But
What's that? Oh, you got nice hair.
I don't know.
Is that what that's
but
supposed to mean?
I guess.
Oh, come on, man. That's all they got. Come on, they got to do better than that.
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of like you're 6'10" for nothing, like all that stuff. But
That sucks. All right, Coach, you're gonna miss this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss. I already miss him when I see him in the mornings coming to shoot. I think I tell him every day I miss him.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna miss him. I've had him. I've been at Waterloo head coach for 4 years, and been fortunate for he was a freshman my first year, so we've been in this together, all 4 years.
Okay. So you and him and the program, you guys have grown together.
Yeah. I mean, I've enjoyed every second of it, and a lot of it is, due to, me being able to work with a kid that truly wants to get better, truly wants, loves the game. And when you have that in a player, it's a joy, good or bad, win or lose, you can enjoy it.
How about some intangibles with this kid? Obviously, he's got the length and the size, and he's powerful under the rim. Because one of the things I notice about you is you're 6'10", maybe 7 feet tall, depending on who's asking, the shoes you're wearing. But I think you don't look lanky to me. You look strong.
yeah,
You work out a lot. Work on the physical strength a lot.
I'm at the gym almost every day, if not every day. Yeah.
You think they're going to use you as a center or more of a forward?
I think probably more of a center, but kind of like a stretch center. Like
Positionless basketball.
Yeah.
Is that what we play?
Yeah, and he's very fortunate. He's a great passer. I think it's one of his best things that he does is when he's around better players, he can really find them, hit the open man for the shooter. He's got really great hands too. He's got a really good feel for the game.
What's the limit for this kid?
I think that's all up to him. I mean, I think he's nowhere near playing his best basketball. I think the game could take him to the professional side of things if he truly wants to. Do it and wants to put, that time and effort into it. He's got the size, obviously, but now it's just, how good can he get at shooting the ball, playing, doing the skill work.
What's the number one thing he's got to work on to get there?
Shooting, because he's an athletic kid on the high school court, dunking the ball, but on the college court, he won't be. So the shooting is what.
Mid-range?
Yeah, mid-range three-pointers is what's going to get him to the next, separate himself. But when you have a kid that can shoot the ball, but then also, get in the lane and go left shoulder, right shoulder, and be down in the post, it's really tough.
I just had my number one player on here for the last 4 years, one of my top guys here, and I got to thank him on the air. You want to thank this kid before you get out of here?
Yeah.
What do you want to say to him?
Stell, I think I love you to death. It's been a joy of the last 4 years. I joke around with him and tell him I'm going to miss seeing his mom and dad. They went to every single game, a lot of the summer stuff, very supportive. The Stell family's been great. Hope I see him, at the games upcoming, years just to watch us play. But it's been a joy.
How about that? Congratulations. Alex Stell, MESPY winner, 3A Player of the Year, All-State Hooper. Good luck at the University of Illinois Springfield next year.
Thank you.